Seuton, love, peace, blessing, all manner of health, wealth, and goodness, healing, happiness, joy, every single emotion that makes you feel good unto you and your family. Something good is going to happen to you today. And in going with yesterday's discussion about your sacred place at the center of your kingdom, and wanted to give a little bit of information and assistance about how to set up, how to build that sacred place. And the sacred place inside your own kingdom is first and foremost your mind, your thinking, yourself as the watcher, as the observer, observing everything that is going on around you in your manifested world. And that is where you begin to build your sacred place. And again, we're building it in your own kingdom, not in someone else's kingdom, so that you are building up your own nation that has you at the center, using your magnetic gift of attraction to attract to you influences and experiences that are healthy unto you, and also using your sovereign right to live your authentic wealth, your authentic life, and to live it without having to have any of your inalienable rights trespassed upon or taken advantage of. We do this by developing and building up our own personal sacred space at the center of your kingdom. And lots of places to start. Simple awareness, recognizing that you are the watcher. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer. Most of our common thoughts, I think it's like at least 95% of our thoughts are the same thoughts that we thought yesterday. And those thoughts have been heavily influenced and conditioned by a world system that is built upon the Prussian educational system, which is designed to build and develop mindlessly obedient soldiers. And that has been seasoned by our industrial age that is only concerned in building and developing workers to develop a system that serves the select few who have selected themselves, I might add. And there's all types of ways that you can verify this. I forget which Rockefeller it was, but whoever was in charge of making this decision of changing our tuning, our universal tuning from sacred tuning of 432 hertz to 440, which has an incredible effect on humans. But that person, which I'm pretty sure was one of the Rockefellers, just said, we're not concerned with, the development of the people. We're concerned with developing a docile, compliant worker. And of course, I'm paraphrasing, but it'd probably be a lot more powerful for you to look it up yourself. And that's the kingdom. The kingdom is always an established form of control that has one incredibly violent, evil, twisted person as the head, and everybody else is the body underneath this head, fulfilling this head's desires. And so it's It's a system. And if it's something that you're ready to see, just like the Matrix, if you're ready to take the red pill, you will see it everywhere and you will be able to verify it for yourself. And so when we are beginning to set up our own kingdom, we want to start with our sacred space. And one of the most important areas of focus in developing our sacred space is to decalcify the pineal gland. And all you have to do is Google that, decalcifying the pineal gland. And because the pineal gland is absolutely crucial in our own ability to see the influences of energetic influence that are around us. And without it, we're really only going to support someone else's kingdom. It will be very, very difficult to set up our own kingdom because we won't have the eyes to see what our world is really about. Because the majority of our world is unseen to us looking through our physical eyes. And so we have no clue what's really going on. We have no idea. And so when we find out about decalcifying the pineal gland, we recognize that one of the most toxic ingredients that causes the calcification of the pineal gland is fluoride. And fluoride is on the list of poisonous chemicals to human beings. It's second only to cyanide. And it's interesting, maybe interesting to you to note that the first case that we know of using fluoride on human beings was in the Nazi concentration camps. So fluoride is a known toxin. Thank God for the hippies and everything that they have protested and their influence to get fluoride out of many communities drinking water. I know when I was in kindergarten, we used to take a fluoride tablet every morning. Oh my goodness. And fluoride is, touted as something that we need to fight tooth decay. Don't remove sugar or things that stick to your teeth and actually erode away the enamel. Let's put a fluoride in there to poison those things that are on your teeth and gums instead of never putting them there in the first place. But fluoride is a poison. So when you recognize that and you notice every area that fluoride is in your diet, hopefully you're going to eliminate it and get it out of your diet. And when you do that and you follow, there's just so much wonderful, beautiful, true essence, true teaching, true saving teaching that we can find about decalcifying the pineal gland. And then when we have done that, when you have decalcified your pineal gland, you're able to see a lot of things. You're able to see energy systems, energy patterns, because it's our human inheritance. It's our human chemistry. It's the software that we are given. One of the really, really amazing recent discoveries about the ancient cave paintings, which are, some at least 20 to 30,000 years old. Many can be dated in the area of 100,000 years old, which tells us that humans are not only, we don't only have a 6,000 to 7,000 year history on this planet. We've been here in the hundreds of thousands of years. Thus, all of the megastructures, all of the influence. But the cave paintings show that the symbolism that is portrayed by the cave paintings show a journey into the mind through a hallucinogenic path, through the increase of DMT, and you find out that the symbols, the waves, the dots, the lines, and then the animal and the mixture, the chimera, the animal beings that are different parts of animals mixed together with human beings. You find that when the brain is under the influence of dimethyltryptamine, by any substance that causes us to enter into a trance or hallucinogenic state, that these are the cycles, the steps that the brain goes through when experiencing these states of mind. And so that we find out that we are able to enter into different realms that the FBI, CIA research have confirmed that these realms, these dimensions are in fact there, and they do in fact influence our dimension, our realm, our experience. And so if you know that, why wouldn't you want to be more aware? And of course, ingesting plant medicine or ingredients to induce or that have dimethyltryptamine, DMT, is not the only way to have this type of experience. We know that all of these chemicals that we put into our body simply activate the receptors of our own body chemistry, our own neurology, and that neurology is already there. So we can consciously, through many different methods, we can activate that chemistry in our own mind at will. And it is certainly more powerful to be able to activate that chemistry through consciousness, and to be experienced in activating it through consciousness and developing it as a skill, as opposed to some type of effect that we are dependent upon an outside source to generate. And so we recognize that this is the chemistry, this is the hardware, this is the program, this is the app that we already have downloaded in us. Of course, we want to be able to use it. We want to be able to access it. And knowing that, we can find all sorts of information that support it. And that's the path. That's Gnothi Seyutan. That's knowing yourself. That's being able to recognize, who we are, not just, our favorite food and favorite color, even though that's cool and everything, but knowing what we are equipped with as human beings, what we are actually fully capable of. If you've seen the movie Lucy, that shows a character who ingested a drug that slowly started to open up the areas of the brain that were, for the most of us, lie dormant. And it's cool. It's of course a little too graphic and gory for my taste, but the concept of not just being in the 2 to 5% of our brain, but having access to a greater percentage of it, and what that enables humans to do, incredibly powerful. And so just having, that awareness as a possibility for us opens up our consciousness to the possibility. And whenever we have a desire, the law of attraction, the law of affinity, the law of resonance is going to start to manifest the support in our life and upon our life path to be able to manifest that. And really, really cool, really, really powerful. So that's why we want to start to set up our own sacred space. That's why we want to be aware of our own sacred space and the influences that will assist us in developing that sacred space and being able to use it, again, like software, like an app that we can use as a program to experience the results that we want to experience in life. And very, very powerful to become aware of different types of practices that support this, like breathing, the Wim Hof method, practices like sacred secretion, influences that will come to us when we recognize that our brain is the Ark of the Covenant, that the way that our brain is designed and the way that it is physically engineered, it is built for us to be able to have what we would maybe now think superhuman, supernatural abilities, that they are in fact our inherited abilities as human beings, in this earth. And so becoming aware of those possibilities as technology, not just the topic of science fiction, we'll begin to attract to ourselves the support and understanding to be able to remove blockages and things like fluoride from our experience so that we can be free to experience our own authentic self. So with that, Genothi Seutan, love, peace, blessing, all manner of health, wealth, and goodness unto you and your family. Something good is going to happen to you today. Namaste.